everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiffany Benson, one part of Team Benson, and yesterday marked the day that something exciting happens for all desert gardeners. Alright guys, so I missed a day of Vlogmas. Yesterday I was super exhausted. For those of you guys that don't know, for Hanukkah we cook all day long, every day. And I have to have everything done before we light the candles, which is at sundown. So I'm cooking 7-course meals every day for the whole days of Hanukkah. So it's been a lot. But I enjoy it. I wouldn't have it any other way because I love to be able to feed my family fresh meals, and being able to start getting stuff out of the garden in order to feed them has been amazing and great. So yesterday though, something big happened. And for those of you guys that are desert gardeners, you should know that yesterday was the day that you should start planning your spring garden. So the plan was to do a garden tour today, but since our leaf blower gardeners have like a leaf blower going like every 5 minutes and I have to keep stopping, I am going to do kind of an update on my garden and what's still going midway through December, and then also talk to you guys about what you can plant. I'll have a list at the end of the video of what you can start planning for your spring garden and how you want to start planting it. So first update guys, my tomato plants are really doing good. Look at how big that is. Just so you guys can get perspective, I will step back a little bit. But that is huge right now. And all my tomato plants are starting to really come in, and they're all really producing. So if I come in here, there's just like baby tomatoes pretty much everywhere, like all back in there. So covering them and keeping them kind of safe is really starting to help with making sure that the tomatoes don't get ruined. So I've been covering them every night, but the nice part is that they are getting ready. It's getting ready to get a little bit warmer, so I'm not gonna have to cover them at night. But yeah, the nice part, guys, just look at all of these tomatoes coming in. Next quick update, my beans are not dead. So they're growing really slowly, but my pole beans are coming in, and also my runner beans on the other side are coming in too as well. So I was really worried about planting those because they are totally not in season, but they're not dead and they're not covered in any type of aphid either. Sometimes I feel like growing plants out of their season is like a 50-50 chance. Like you plant it and you hope for the best, but you never really know. And our winter seems to be a warmer winter. We haven't really hit temperatures that cold. We hit them this week. For the past 2 days, it has been like 38, 35 degrees outside at night, but only for a couple hours at night, maybe like 1 or 2 hours does it get that cold, and then it heats back up. And next week we'll be going back into the 70s for the day, and the lows will be 50s and high 40s. So I think that planting these beans was a good idea. I mean, if anything, it's not like I'm going to have anything else on those arches because normally all of my running crops I grow during the spring, so it didn't hurt anything. So always worth a try. So the next update is my Malabar spinach. I thought it was maybe gonna bolt, which they get little black seeds when they do start bolting, but it hasn't. So I still don't think it's cold enough for it to bolt. This one should be a lot taller, but I kept topping it, so it's still trying to grow itself back up. As you can see, just topped it again. So it's shorter, but I have been pulling leaves from this one and we've been using them for dinner, and they are really good. It's a really yummy plant, but it looks like it's not gonna bolt anytime soon. So the next thing that's coming in, guys, are my eggplants. Look at there, my first little baby eggplant is right there, and I have some more that'll be coming in, but that is the first one to start showing its little eggplant. Also, my jalapenos are coming in too as well. As you can see, I got one that's ready, and then I got a couple more on this plant that are starting to kind of bud through. So the best part about growing something right now that's kind of out of season is that I don't have any aphids in my garden. So there's nothing really kind of attacking those, and the temperature is staying steady to where if I cover them, it's still able to last. So that's been the nice part, is that I'm pretty much being able to grow everything right now and pretty much grow it all bug free. I did have a couple aphids on one of my bell pepper plants, but I rinsed them off with water and I haven't seen them since. So I'm really surprised that my mint is doing so well. The mojito mint always does pretty good, but the peppermint is starting to get a little bit crunchy, a little bit like weather damage, and I'm actually surprised that I still have the peppermint at all right now. One thing that is dying though is my purple basil. Now I was so happy to still have basil at this time, because as you guys saw, my other basil plant already died and my purple basil was hanging in there. But after the cold snap that we just had, the purple basil is gone. What's nice though is that I still have the Thai basil. It does have a different flavor, but it is a really great basil to use. And it's trying to, it looks like bolt, but it's still hanging in there. So everything's still going pretty strong, and my crops that are like my winter crops and my, well, that were supposed to be my fall crops, but are now my winter crops because I had a little rodent issue, they are starting to come in nice and strong too. So my greens, I'm starting to already pull leaves from them, my lettuces, my spinach, my collards, I'm starting to be able to harvest those already. And my snow peas are finally starting to reach up and starting to climb. So I'm hoping that they'll get a really big growth spurt coming soon here, so that then I can have snow peas at least by early January, if not late December. But I'm really excited about how the progress of the garden is growing, and just with those little fabric cloths and keeping it covered, it's been making a world of a difference in keeping everything fruiting. Now, let's talk about why you should start looking at planting your spring garden. So if you guys don't know, now's the time, which was December 15th, that there are a whole laundry list of things you should be starting inside. Now, it's going to be too cold to start it outside, but starting the seeds inside underneath the grow light is going to give you a really early start to your spring garden. Now, I can't speak for all deserts, but here in Arizona, it'll drop down and be cold for a little bit, like probably January. Late January, we'll get like a couple freezing temps at night, and maybe during the day it might be during like the 50s, it might rain and be like a cold rain, but that'll only last for like a week. And then after that week, it's like planting season. Like, you're right there. So you want to make sure that you're prepared, and if you have the starts growing already inside and they're a decent size, you can put them out and they'll pretty much immediately start taking root and start getting ready to produce, and you can get your spring garden a lot earlier than how I did last year, where I did not plant my summer garden in time because my spring garden was still in, because I wasn't planning on being here throughout the summer. But if you plant it correctly, and if you start those seeds December 15th or right now this week, then you'll be able to have a beautiful spring garden, an amazing summer garden, moving right on into the fall garden. Part of growing things in Arizona and getting them through the crazy weather periods in Arizona is having established plants. Now, if you have a plant that's already established, like this big tomato plant, there's more chances that it's going to survive when it comes to like the heavy summers underneath some shade cloth or underneath some type of a tarp, or my loofah, as I plan on planting. It's more chances that it'll survive then because it's already established, and I'll be able to carry it over during the fall and be able to have a crop and a harvest on the fall a lot sooner. So getting your plants established, getting them in the ground, start planning out where you want things to go, now's the time you want to do that. And I would plan for spring and summer so that you can easily rotate those crops in. So let's give you guys a list of everything you can plant December 15th. So I hope that helps. I hope you guys are having an amazing time in your gardens and over the holidays with your family and your loved ones. I have 2 more nights of cooking 7-course meals for Hanukkah, and then I'm ordering in. But until next time, make sure you guys grow yourselves a garden, because even a small space will provide you with tons of food. Bye guys.